Hey guys, Brandon Gomez here, back again with another video, and welcome to Rating Every 2022 Patriotic Scheme Memorial Day Edition, Part 2, the Cup Series. Let's get into it. To start off, we have Austin Dillon's Patriotic. Good design. I like the blue and the red and how in the blue there's a bunch of stars, and then in the red you got the stars. A lot of stars. I think it's too many stars. But Patriotic still looks good nonetheless. 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Kevin Harvick's Patriotic. They just literally took his primary Mobile 1 paint scheme and slapped an American flag on it. Which is really lazy. But it still looks good. Now, call me biased. But this is a good Patriotic. 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Kyle Larson's Patriotic. This was one of the best Patriotics of the weekend. It's beautiful. I love it. Nothing else to say about it. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Brad Keselowski's Patriotic. I don't like this one that much. It's mostly white, and the white fades into dark blue. It's got blue stars around the front and the side, and then down at the bottom in the side skirt, it has stripes and stars, where the usual singular color is with all RFK schemes, if that makes sense. But you probably know what I'm talking about near the bottom of the car. But yeah, mid-patriotic. 5 out of 10. Up next, we have Corey LaJoie's Patriotic. I love this one. I love how it has the red, white, and blue camo on the side and the front. I really love that design. It looks really good. This is a great Patriotic. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have Tyler Reddick's Patriotic. This reminds me of the Patriotic that he ran at COTA last year, because they're pretty much the exact same scheme. I loved his Patriotic from last year, and I love this one as well. I love how it has both stripes both stars and croissants at the front of the car. I really like that touch. And it's a great Patriotic all around, and it's a 10 out of 10. Next, we have Chase Elliott's Patriotic. This is literally just his regular Napa Auto Parts paint scheme, but red, white, and blue. That's just lazy. Now, at least with Harvick's Patriotic, it actually looked good. This one does not look good. It's ugly. 3 out of 10. Next up, we have Aric Almarola's Patriotic. This is similar to the Patriotics that he's run in the past, and they don't really change that much year to year. And it's good that they don't, because it's a great looking Patriotic. I love it. 8 out of 10. Next up, we have Chase Briscoe's Patriotic. This is just his regular Mahindra Tractor's primary, but with an American flag slapped on it. And at least with Harvick's, it looked good. This one doesn't. Lazy design, and it looks bad. 3 out of 10. Next up, we have Ryan Preece's Patriotic. I love the American flag design on this scheme, but the green ruins it for me. The American flag design is great, but the Patriotic is ruined with the green, and it brings the quality of the Patriotic down. 4 out of 10. Next up, we have Chris Buescher's Patriotic. if you would even call it a patriotic. Literally the only thing that's patriotic about this scheme is the little stars and stripes at the bottom of the car. That's it. Nothing else. That's just lazy. 0 out of 10. Up next, we have Kyle Busch's patriotic. The red, white, and blue M&M's paint scheme never gets old. It's always a great patriotic. And yes, it's overused, but it's a classic. 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Martin Truex Jr.'s patriotic. This reminds me of the patriotics that he ran from 2019 to 2021. And those looked good. This one looks good as well. I like it. 7 out of 10. Next up, we have William Byron's patriotic. This is just an improvised version of his regular patriotic that he's been running the past couple of years. And even with the forward number, they still made it work. Decent patriotic. 6 out of 10. Next up, we have Michael McDowell's patriotic. His patriotic from last year was all camo, and it looked decent. This year's patriotic, I can't even discern the camo on it. I can hardly notice it. The closer you look at it, the more obvious it gets, but at first glance, you can't really see it. And on top of that, it just doesn't look good. And I just now noticed the American flag on the roof of the car. And overall, not a good looking patriotic. 4 out of 10. Next up, we have Todd Gilligan's patriotic. Again, same problem with McDowell's patriotic. There's an American flag design on it, but at first glance, you can barely see it. Front Row Motorsports was lazy with both of their patriotics this year. And they need to do better. 3 out of 10. Next is Erik Jones's patriotic. But what's that I hear you saying? Brandon, that's literally just his Focus Factor primary scheme. No, it's not. If you look closely, you'll see it has camo design on it. Pixelated camo design at that. Some of these teams aren't even trying with their patriotics this year. Are they having a contest of who can come up with the laziest patriotic? Because if you ask me, that award goes to Chris Buescher, and Erik Jones comes in a close second. This patriotic sucks. They didn't even try. 0 out of 10. Up next is Alex Bowman's patriotic. Hey, this actually looks pretty good. Although, I get more Texas vibes from this paint scheme than I do America vibes. But it still looks really good. I like it. 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Cassarella's patriotic. I like the design on the side. I like that touch with the light blue and red swirls going on there, and the stars. The rest of the scheme kind of brings the quality down a little bit, but overall, it's still decent. 6 out of 10. Next up, we have Cody Ware's patriotic. They literally just copied Erik Jones's patriotic. Pixelated camo and all. That's just lazy. 0 out of 10. Next up, we have Josh Bilicki's patriotic. This has the same problem as Ryan Preece's patriotic. I like the American flag design, but the yellow ruins it for me. It brings the quality of the patriotic down. 4 out of 10. And for our final patriotic, we have BJ McLeod's patriotic. And we end this video with a mid-patriotic. American flag design is decent enough, but the rest of the car is just red. It's mid. 5 out of 10. And that's a wrap for the Memorial Day edition of Rating Every 2022 Patriotic Scheme. What do you think? Do you think some of these should have been given a higher rating? Do you think some should have been given a lower rating? How would you rate these patriotics? Let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see more of me, be sure to follow me on Instagram and join my Discord server. Links to both are in the description down below. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to my channel for more motorsports content. Thank you all so much for watching. That's it from me. Peace.